Hi guys, Cindy here. I wanted to do a Facebook Live, but they won't let me. They say my my account won't take it. So we're going to have to try to do this quickly because I don't know how much this space that we've got. Anyway, we are using I'm going to put them sideways, the famous 1, 2, 3 Go Eternal Beige almond, the bendy nails. We're going to use those. And I've already got them roughed up. And I've messed with my nails, and you can kind of see this smells kind of gimped up. No, I didn't have an injury. Part of it's because before I started doing my own nails, I had put gel on, and at the place in the mall, he took a sandy band and filed them on down. So that's part of it. Another part of it, you can tell right here where we had that ring of fire, I guess that's what you called. I didn't have proper equipment, and I was sanding them and doing it wrong too, and I'm doing better now. I'm trying to leave a little coat on, but sometimes it's harder to do. And then I've been doing them and then doing my housework and getting ready. I'm gonna have to quit that because then I try to pick it off. I can't do that. I'm gonna have to start leaving a little layer on until they get good. Now this nail here, I'm gonna cut this one real short because last week I heard it just typing, and the way I was typing, it just made it hurt it. So I'm going to keep the pinky, this pinky anyway, short. But we are going to put a nail on it. So let's get started. So this is the famous bendy nail. So we'll see if it bends for me. I'm going to use Gershon Poly Gel. I'm going to use this color, Brown Bean, as my base because I hate it. And so since these Eternal Beige, since they're beige and you can't see through them, so I just use it underneath there. So let me put some top coat on. I've already got a little primer, about 3 coats of primer on, because I was and I might do 2 coats of top coat, or base coat, not top coat. So let's get this on. Make sure I'm doing it in the camera. I can't really see real good because I've got this turned upside down. So I just have to trust that it's doing it. Okay. And I got my cell phone. I'm doing it with the cell phone because my little Mac, it is so old and slow, and plus you don't get a good view. Well, I've got a nice Mac that you get a good view, but can't do that. So we're going to set this for 30 seconds. But the Mac that I did the last one, boy, this is kind of hot. A heat spike. I guess because the nails are so thin. But we're going to do better. A lot of people let theirs on a long time, but I just don't like doing that. I want a fresh set every week. And I guess because maybe I don't do a real good job. And probably if I filed them down at the cuticles, and they would look better, but you know, as long as I'm not damaging my own nail, I just want a new set every week. So, well, we're going to get better. The only time I realize my nails are in bad shape is once a week when I do them. I mean, unless I bang them or something, they do fine during the week, which I do a lot of typing because I'm a programmer. And like, as far as programming goes, sometimes you spend time figuring out stuff, scratching your head. And so, you're not using your hands a lot. And then sometimes you know exactly what to do. You just got to get it done. And that was my last week's thing. Even I'd wake up in the middle of the night, my wrists and hands were throbbing because I'm just getting older. And so it was just from typing is all it was from. Right now I've got my hand in the lamp. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. You can see that one hand. So, because I don't have the hand there. 2 seconds. I think I'm going to do another top coat. I have another base coat. Not that and you're supposed to be able to use base coat to put on the extensions, but you know, I just do so much typing and I'm so rough with my hands. I think I'd rather just risk it with Poly Gel. Let's do 30 more seconds. So Anyway, I'm going to just, can you see? I mean, not that y'all care to see my hand in a lamp. Anyway, so I got to speed this up. What I might do, I might shut this off and after we get them on and upload it and then delete it and then do the decoration in another one. Yeah, I was wanting to do the Facebook Live though, so it wouldn't use up disk space on this little tiny phone. I need a new phone, but nothing's wrong with the one I've got, so I can't see spending the money. This way I have money for nail stuff to do them once a week. And makeup stuff. I need to, if y'all can see my BoxyCharm and Glossy Box, I need to get my link and post underneath those in case anyone wants to do it. That way I'll get a few charms, a few points. I'm not an affiliate or anything, but I would get some, you know, after you get so many points, then you can buy something in the store. So, I put another coat on that hand. I don't know if it was able to see, so I'm going to cook it a little bit more. This here is just base coat. And it is kind of burning. I can kind of tell because the nails are so thin. But that's okay. They'll be fine. I've had a much thinner and much worse condition by going to the salon, so this is okay. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is get me a little paper towel, get me my alcohol, and I'm going to I'm just going to do a little bit. Sometimes I do a lot. I don't really mean to. That's just the way it turns out. And I'm going to go ahead and do it in all the fingers. And I don't know if you can see, I'm just kind of squeezing it in there. Now this little teeny tiny one, and I used the sanding band and roughed these off first because I didn't want, like I said, I don't know how much disk space I've got on that phone, and so I did not want to do it on camera. But this is all I'm doing is just taking this polygel and sticking it in here. That works out better for me than to try to put it on a little spatula and then post it on. So, might need just a little tab more for the thumb because it's a little bigger. Okay. Now then, let's try to pat this down with your alcohol. And some polygels you don't need a whole lot, you know. So this is going to be my right hand. And so I'm patting this down. They say try to get thin at the cuticles. And I did go through spells where I wasn't patting it down at all. I was just putting it on the nails. And I think that just made it sort of messier. Made more for me to have to file underneath the nail. Can you see that? Yeah. And I'm kind of putting these away because I don't want the light to hit them whenever, 1, 2, 3, this is number 3. Whenever I get them in the lamp. That one's kind of thin. I hope that's enough. I'm sure it's going to be fine. Yeah, this Gershon is not making me have to dip into the alcohol, so that's good. Some of them you have to use a lot of alcohol or slip solution. Now, we might take some of this off and put on that one that I didn't think was enough. Took some out of that one. Looks like we need a little bit of alcohol on this because I was messing around with it. Okay, those are in the back. A little bit more here. Here's the big finger. The big thumb. Second finger. Uh-oh. The last one. This is my little injured finger. That finger hurt. As soon as I got done doing nails yesterday, my boss had asked me to work on something over the weekend, and I have a laptop that I can do it from home, but I started banging on that keyboard, and boy, it hurt immediately. My finger was sore all week long. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, this is the way I do mine. I know you're supposed to do 10 at a time, 1 at a time, but that just didn't work out for me doing them by myself. And one thing that I have to try to do is make sure they're straight. I have a problem with mine getting crooked, especially that pinky. I don't know, it seems like he wants to get crooked a lot. And then I'm going to know how to kind of clean these up all at once. This pinky one. Don't give me problems, pinky. Okay, so I'm getting some alcohol. And I'm going to be cutting these down too, like I said. Come on, pinky. Be good. Okay, so let me look at them again. I need to just cook them and quit messing with them. That pinky's so short. He just sort of broke off a little, not broke, but when I was filming, he did a little bit more today. So, and this forefinger's wanting to pop up too. Okay, so another thing I do, I kind of look at the back, kind of look at the sides, see if it's good enough. Okay, I'm going to stick them in for 60 seconds. Okay, so let's see if I'm getting any messages. This has gone 14 minutes. So that kind of went in a flash. I'm going to push them down a little bit. I'm kind of pushing them down a little bit more. And do some more. The pinky's kind of sticking up, but I think it's because he's so short this time. Okay. Get me some Diet Coke. Okay, so let's see how this is done. They kind of go up a little bit, but like I said, it's because I'm doing them myself, and I'm going to put them at 2 more seconds since I had them out some, but I'll be filing them, the edge on the cuticle, and I did order me some more supplies from the Couture, some more new bits and stuff, but it just takes a little bit to get that stuff. Okay, so let's do the other hand. So this is up a little bit, but that's okay. We'll smooth it out. And since I do mine once a week, I don't have the grow out problem that a lot of people would have. So let's do the other hand. Move these over here. This is the second set of the almonds I've done of theirs. I think I did these before, but I don't think it was on camera. I think I did, maybe I did the ballerinas. I don't know what I did. But anyway, I like to start with the pinky. And after you have that one hand with the long nails, it's harder to do. But for some reason, that first hand I don't do as good on him as the second one. You'd think it'd be the opposite. And all I'm doing, I'm trying to do this on camera, I'm just setting these right on top. I had them in the order that they were supposed to be laid out. Okay, and I've got to fix them back up here. See, that one's messed up too. That one's, I know that's from what that guy at the salon did. I'm not saying I'm never going back. There's no reason for me to have them do my fingers. They can do my feet. And I want to know if any of you home nail techs out there, can you tell me, or do you have to be a home nail tech? Do you have to be a license? Because I'm kind of thinking of retirement income. Okay, so this is what they look like. I'm going to cook them for 60 seconds. Okay. You put them out, make sure they look okay. I've had problems with them being crooked before. I don't like it when I do that. Of course, I'm going to cut these off and they won't be as bad. I've had the pinky, I can have trouble getting crooked, and the pointer finger. I'm going to put 60 more. So I'm real kind of paranoid about those now. Okay. I'm kind of looking to see. This has gone 18 minutes. We'll go a couple more minutes before we shut it off. Okay. And I know Max does not recommend doing it this way. He says do a 10-minute flash cure and then cure them. But I can't do it. I can't hold it down. They look worse if I try to do that. So. Here's this little bad finger, so we'll have to keep an eye on it. But I do not want to go naked. I do not want to go naked fingered. Okay, so these are good. The only time I've had problems if I didn't rough them up good enough. And so I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit that I've got, this guy. I'm going to try to go around the cuticles. This finger here, he looks like, I don't know, he looks a little light, but it'll be okay. I only wear mine once a week. And so if they pop off, it's my fault. It's not Couture's, because like I said, I did my own thing. I did not do it their way. I have tried it their way, Oh, I gotta plug in my drill. I'm trading plugins between the lamp and the drill. So let's kind of go over this a little bit with the cuticle. Get rid of the, what do you say, the crusty stuff. And I tried, and if you use too much poly gel, you will have more seepage out at the end, but I tried to use just a little bit so that I wouldn't have that problem. And not only that, when you have too much, then you have behind the nail, you have seepage too. And if you're going to get your drill, be sure to get safety drill bits. That's one of the reasons that I dinged my nails up in such bad condition, is because I didn't have the proper drill bits. And I did get some Marquette drill bits, and I do not, well, one of them was safety, but they had like a coarse and a medium, but was not safety, so I do not recommend those because I just nicked myself all up. Be sure and get safety. They shouldn't even sell anything that's not a safety bit, but they do. Because this, I'm rubbing up against my cuticles and everything, and it's not hurting me. And I don't think I'm extra tough or anything. Okay. Now we'll do this hand. I think what I'm going to do is, we're going to do this hand, then we'll turn this video off, and in the next video we will decorate. Now this is harder for me to do this hand, because it's the right hand. So I'm going to do this hand off camera, okay? I will see you guys later. Bye.